Bismillah. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks Football and welcome to another video on this channel. We're here to talk about Wayne Rooney and Neymar talks. Yes. I mean, a player that used to be a Hilal player, Neymar, who I'll be honest, just came for the money and dipped. But regardless, whether I appreciate his time here or not, which I really don't, not gonna lie, we have to talk about this because Wayne Rooney actually thinks Neymar was never a top player. You've got to be kidding me, right? Surely this isn't real. Now I know this was said a few days ago, and I'm a bit late on this, but I still feel like I need to talk about it because it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, before we begin, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells, feature content notifications, like, comment, go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you are. Now, let's read what this. I mean, I don't even want to say fraud because he was an unreal player himself in the Premier League and in the Champions League for Man United. I mean, we'll go through some stats since you guys love stats, but man actually said, and this is the problem with English media. Again, big up to Liam, big up to all the English people I do content with. But this is what I'm talking about when I talk about English people in general. They're just way over their heads. Why? Why do you have to be way over your head? I don't get it. When it comes to footballing conversation or any conversations, you just have to think you're better than everybody else, right? You can't be objective. Why? I never understood this. I just never got it. And here it is. I've never seen Neymar as a top player. Like, what? What? How could you watch football and all of a sudden think, oh, you know what? Neymar was never a top player. How? This guy was balling the fuck out in Brazil in the early 2010s. Now, I didn't watch football back then, I'm not going to lie. But from what I've seen, he must have been cooking. And from what I've heard from a lot of people were tuning into Brazilian Serie A just to watch this guy. That's how unreal he was. Even when that one game, I believe he and Ronaldinho played together. I don't know if it was I think it was in the Brazilian national team. Balling out together. That one time, wow. Brilliant. The stuff like this is what we live for as football fans. And all of a sudden, not top player. Like, what the get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. In all due respect, like, what the fuck? And then there was this whole thing of like, oh, well, no, it could be Salah, it could be Mane. Like, what? What are we doing here? What? No. Like, no. A big. What are we doing here? Whoever, I don't know who it was, but big up to whoever it was that was like, this is mad. Like, it's just. I think it was like Gary Neville, Ian Wright, and I don't know who. Like, get a grip, man. Get a grip. You know what I mean? Now, I want to go through stats here because, you know, for Rooney to say the things he says and then they talk about stats, we're going to hold them accountable for things that they say on top of what they say. So they want to talk about how we have to look at stats, right, to rate players. Okay, you don't rate Neymar as the top player. All right, cool. So let's look at Wayne Rooney's stats in his career. Okay, and this is not me saying Rooney is terrible. If anything, I think Rooney is probably one of, if not the best English player in the history of the game. I've always said this. If we're talking English players, like the only player I would probably rate over him as British is probably maybe Gareth Bale for what he did at Real Madrid and the performances he gave for the shitty Spurs. Other than that, yeah, Wayne Rooney, England, number one. Easy, right? Let's look at the stats. Let's look at this, right? So we're looking at Premier League, right? So you had 491 appearances, 208 goals, 110 assists, right? And then you look at Champions League, 85, 30, 21. Okay. FA Cup, MLS, Championship, EFL Cup, Europa League, because Man United was there, Community Shield, Europa League qualifiers, Club World Cup even, you got all these other whatever. Total in his career. Wow, do they even have his English goals or is this just club competition? I think it's just club. I don't see any international one, but let's go by club anyway, okay? Brother has 764 appearances, 313 goals, 168 assists. Okay. Now, let's get out of this one. Let's share another one. Yeah? Let's look at Neymar. Okay. Now with Neymar. Yeah? This is Neymar, as you can see. Yeah? You see the Brazilian one. 65 goals, 29 assists. Okay. La Liga, 123 appearances, 68 goals, 49 assists. Now, keep in mind, he was playing with Messi and Suarez in that time. Ligue 1, playing with Mbappe, Cavani, Messi, even when he first pulled up. And Messi didn't do much, so I'm not going to use Messi as a metric too much in this one. 82 goals, 52 assists, Champions League, 81 appearances, 43 goals, 37 assists, 24. Oh, no, that's yellow cards. And by the way, this could have been more. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the injuries caught up to him in League On and in the Champions League a lot, right? Then I don't know what this competition is. Libertadores, we have 14 goals, 6 assists in 25 games. Copa del Rey, 15 goals, 6 assists in 20 games. Okay, Brazil, I'm guessing Copa do Brasil, 13. Okay. Coupe de France, 8-8 in 11 games. Club World Cup, 1-2. Okay. Saudi Pro League, I can tell you firsthand, man only got assists. I saw one of his assists for Koulibaly against the Shabab. Yeah, otherwise, he didn't really contribute too much. Not going to lie. Waste of time of him being at Al Hilal. I don't really appreciate his time at Al Hilal anyway. You know what I mean? Even AFC Champions League, 1 goal. Literally 1 goal. And it wasn't even in Riyadh. It was in Iran. Funny enough. You know, like, trust me, bro. His time in certain leagues was not the best. But even despite that, look at this. 374 goals, 231 assists in 624 games. And Rooney had more games in him, 764, and had 313 goals, 168 assists. So Neymar has basically beaten him in both. For those who like to use stats as a metric, Neymar is top scorer for Brazil. I think he overtook Pele. How many goals does Neymar have for Brazil? Neymar go stats for Brazil. Neymar stats for Brazil. Wait, in his career. Okay. Wait, Brazil. NT. So 79 goals in 128 caps. Yeah. When Rooney, I believe at the time, because I know Harry Kane overtook him. Rooney, yeah, let's okay, England, and then let's put Rooney. Okay, 53 goals in 120 caps. Brother, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So even with all the BS Neymar had to go through with injuries, which, by the way, those BSs, I think Neymar could have controlled better. I've said this as a Hilal fan. This guy, he gets injured and he parties too much and it fucked his career. I am the first guy to tell you this. Despite all of that, and his stats is still better. When you watch him play football, it's better than Rooney and any other player, barring probably a few. You're talking maybe like a Messi, Ronaldinho, Maradona's, Zidane's. And even then, Neymar's probably better than those few names I mentioned. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? I've just compared two stats, and they are actually not two all stats. Even national team, Neymar's is better. So we get back to this point. My apologies. I'm back now. Back to the point. Okay. With this whole statement, it's stupid. It's actually dumb. Because how can you tell me that Neymar was never a top player when the fucker had better stats than you, and you guys go by stats anyway, and the guy played better football than you, even though your football abilities was gray as well? Come on, bro. This is the problem with English media And this is the problem with English fans, Premier League fans abroad. They all get sucked into this media hype that the English media does. And guess what? You get the product you get these days. A lot of crap being talked about, a lot of crap being watched on the pitch from England. And this is why we get instances of what happened last week, in which 4 out of 6 English Premier League sides get eliminated because of things like this. Again, nothing against English people, because I know a good portion, whether that lived here or that live in the UK and I do content with. But at the same time, they spew a lot of bullshit. I'm sorry, they just do. And this is the product when you watch the Premier League nowadays and you see them compete in Europe. What the fuck do they do nowadays? Get eliminated 8-2, 8-3, 7-5. And what was the other one? I'm missing another one. Like, what are we doing? Oh, 5-1, Real Madrid, Man City. What are we doing? What are we, bro? Come on. If we're trying to go forward with football, the mentality has to change. Until then, it ain't going forward like that. It ain't. That's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, man. Until then, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, your way. Go check socials over there above. Go check the other channels in the description down below. ZeerTalks FCB, the Bayern channel, and wrestling. And hopefully you're good wherever you are. Anyways, I'm going to collab the FCB one anyway, but it's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's just... By the way, I found it mad that Rooney was talking nonsense about the World Cup in 2010. Funny. You know why? Because Germany was the one that knocked England out. But anyway, I digress. Until then, take care. Peace.